What's going on, guys? Black Dissonant, and I wanted to bring to you the follow-up video for the Canik Mete MC-9, which I have right here with me out here in the garage. And I wanted to get some range time with it, like I told you guys, so I took it on my trip to the Clint house, shot it there, and I also did some more shooting at another location. Got a couple range sessions in basically with it. And round count wise, not a high round count. I say maybe 50 rounds. And I know you're thinking, oh, well, that ain't shit. That don't tell me anything. But you got to figure I was using both factory magazines that came with the gun. And I was loading 2 to 4 rounds per magazine each time. Because at the end of the day, what I was looking for was not accuracy or anything like that. I was just trying to see if the gun was going to lock back after the last round was fired with any level of consistency. And it basically confirmed my suspicions, which, you know, I pretty much knew that, or had a pretty good idea that it was my grip, or the way that I was gripping the handgun, or the way that I do grip the handgun, that is causing or inducing this, maybe you call it a malfunction, but I don't know, whatever you want to call it, but it's not functioning the way that modern semi-automatic handguns function. When you fire the last round, the slide should lock to the rear. This gun will do it, but not with any real level of consistency. And like I said, I hadn't had this issue with any other guns. I told you some of my theories about how large the slide release levers are on the gun. And they're ambidextrous, so that's twice the chance for me to get in there and kind of screw shit up. And that's pretty much what I came up with after shooting it some more on the range. And I'm gonna roll in some footage from both of those range sessions, and so you guys can view that kind of while I'm talking to you. And this won't take long, but I know I typically plink or practice with 115 grain ball ammunition. I mean, that's just off the shelf. It's commonly available. You can find it just about any damn where that sells ammo. So that's normal for me, and probably for most people as well. Just 115 grain ball ammo. It's inexpensive, and it lets you do what you're looking to do, which is practice. And I also shot some 147 grain Winchester Ranger T-Series. I shot some Freedom Munitions 124 grain, their Target hollow points. And I also shot like some mixed bag defensive ammo that was in need of being cycled out. I think I had some critical defense in there. And I also had some old HST in there, 124 grain plus P. And none of that changed my experience with the gun, because it's not an ammo related issue that I'm experiencing. I know some of the folks in the comments were suspecting that it was because I was shooting 115 grain versus 124 grain. But like I said, this isn't my first Canik, and I fed my other Canik a consistent diet of 115 grain ball ammo, and it was a larger gun with a heavier slide and all that different stuff going on with it, and I didn't have those same issues. But my theory is that being a larger gun, it filled my hand more adequately, and therefore my grip placement of my support hand and everything was just a little bit different, to where I didn't cause those interferences with the slide release lever. So that's kind of my theory. I mean, nothing scientific about it or anything like that. But, you know, if I don't think about altering my grip, or if my hands are wet or anything like that, then that's when I'm seeing those issues. If I shoot it one-handed, as you'll see in the footage that I'm rolling in, when I shoot it one-handed, I don't have any issues at all, regardless of ammo type or whatever. But it's just whenever I introduce that support hand, and you can kind of see in the video, even when I'm not really trying to, I mean, it's just the way that I grip the gun, my support hand is gonna wanna be right there near it. And if you compare the way that this gun is made as far as the slide release versus something like the Hellcat or even a Glock or anything like that, I mean, you got this little tiny slide release lever. So I don't have any issues with that. You know, my hand is not interfering with that. It's not even touching it, and it doesn't cause me any issues. But with this particular style of handgun right here, it's just incompatible with my standard grip style. And the smaller the gun, you know, I kind of want to make sure I'm holding on to the gun. You know, you got to have a firm grip. Grip is important. So, you know, and especially as you start going down into smaller guns, because they're more snappy and all these different things come into play. But I don't think that it's to a point, it's not that serious to me to where I'm going to look at changing the way that I grip handguns just for one handgun. You know, I bought this gun because I thought it would be a great carry option. It is a very slim profile gun. It shoots great. The trigger's great. I always like the Caniks. It's optics ready. I think it's a great bargain or a great value for the cost of the handgun. But for me personally, it's just definitely not a starter as far as everyday carry rotation or anything like that. So I'm not sure what I'll do with it. I may sell it or something like that, or do some trading with it. I don't know. But as far as right now, I'll still shoot it some more, you know, until I decide what I'm going to do with it, because it's a joy to shoot and I can shoot it accurately. But it's just that one little issue for me that I don't really enjoy that, you know, because a lot of times whenever I'm shooting a string of fire and I'm not actually evaluating this issue, I'm just shooting a regular course of fire and the gun doesn't lock back, then I'm not counting my rounds. So I don't know if the damn gun's empty or if I got some sort of a failure to fire going on. So I'm tap, rack, and then of course it locks back when I do it manually. So because that support hand's not on the gun anymore, it's up here just yanking the slide back. So then it'll lock back every time without incident. And then of course that was just a wasted step. And now I perform my reload and go on about life. So I'm not crazy about it. It's just a bit of a hiccup for me as far as the way that I do things with modern semi-automatic handguns and the way that I've been practicing and training for years now. So, but that's just a personal thing, I guess. If anybody else is having issues, I can't speak necessarily to what those individual issues may be, but for me, it appears to be user input that is causing this issue. So hopefully that helps kind of retouch on that and let you guys know that that's what I found in my testing and evaluation since I've been able to get a couple more range sessions in with the gun. So let me know what you think in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe and all that good stuff. Looking at analytics, it's showing that like 88% of the people, or 80+% of the people that are consuming the content that I produce are not subscribed to the channel. I can't make you do anything, but I can suggest that you subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content and hit the buttons and all that stuff, because it helps the algorithm and it helps to promote my channel to more people, which is good for me, and it helps to motivate me to continue to make videos here for you guys on YouTube. And also too, my Patreon is up and going, and you can go over there and check that out, and that would mean a lot to me as well. And it's only $5 a month, but exclusive content that I don't release on YouTube. And also I've been kind of leaning more and focusing more on the Patreon aspect so that I could provide more content for the folks that are over there. And I only been doing YouTube videos or kind of put on the back burner a little bit, but that's just the way it is. So, you know, but I did want to share that with you guys. So be sure to check out the Patreon, and I'll put a link to that down in the description box as well if you're interested. And if not, then I'll see you next time, maybe over here on YouTube. I appreciate you guys. I'm out.